we are welcoming you to the Bite-Sized Kitchen here during isolation, and we hope that you might make this recipe at your home. So here we are. We have Ida, and she's 16 months.
We just washed our hands.
Yes, we just washed our hands. Thank you, Polly. So Polly, Cash is he's 7.5, and Polly just turned.
So every time before you start cooking, you have to wash your hands with soap.
Absolutely right. Yes, extremely important. So when we wash our hands, we want to make sure that we get in all of the nooks and crannies between your fingers and your thumbs and the palms and the backs of your hands and your nails and even up to your wrists, and make sure you get lots of soap in there. And then a nice rinse with nice warm water, get all the soap off and dry on a nice clean towel.
So today we're going to make sprinkle cookies.
Let's start by adding all the dry ingredients. Okay, Duff, you add this. This is flour. We have 3 cups of flour. The whole thing can go right in here. If you need some help, Cash can help you. You good? You're going to dump it all in? Oh, that's okay. You just watch what you're doing. In it all goes. So, and then there's some baking powder, baking soda, and salt. So here, Cash, why don't you add these into the bowl? And
if you get your hands dirty, that's okay. You can wash them after.
You put this in. This is the salt. And it goes. Yep. So that's baking powder, baking soda, and salt. We'll blend that a little bit. So, Cash, you can press the start button. Here we go. And now you can press off. Great. So that's the dry ingredients all blended together. Now we'll add the wet ingredients. So, Cash, why don't you take the butter and scrape in all the butter. You can use the spatula if you need to. And Polly, you can add the cream cheese. There's a bit of cream cheese in this delicious cookie recipe. Actually, no, let's wait till Cash is done. There's no
actually in that, right, those rainbow cookies?
Yep, there's actually cream cheese. So we have a very clean tablecloth at our work service, which is good because we're dropping some ingredients, but that's fine. Okay, good. Butter and cream cheese. Let's get the lid on and turn that on. It's going to be a little bit loud. Let's add the sugar too, Cash, all the sugar. This recipe fills up a food processor all the way to the top. It's super full. So that's normal. Okay, let's turn it on. There we go. And so you want to blend this for about half a minute to a minute until the ingredients are evenly dry.
We're going to add this vanilla to the food processor. After Cash adds the egg, we're going to blend them all up. And then maybe we're going to add a few more ingredients.
Open up.
Great. And it goes,
so today we're making sprinkle cookies.
Pour.
Okay, let's turn it on. This is the last of the ingredients. All right, Cassie, go for it. The dough's starting to come together. If you want to just hold the on button down, you can do that too. So the batter needs to be scraped down the sides a few times during the time you're making the cookies because it takes a while to come together.
And don't worry if your hands get dirty doing the process. Because
they're meant to get dirty. And
they're not meant to get dirty, but after you can clean everything up and wash your hands. No worries.
Okay, you can press the on button again.
And you'll blend that for at least 2 minutes, up to 3 minutes, until it has a nice, soft, even, smooth texture.
So now we're at the stage where we're going to roll out the cookies and dip them into the sprinkles. And you can use any kind of sprinkles. You can use rainbow sprinkles like the round kind. You can, I'll use a little bit on my plate. And you could use the little, like the long kind, any kind of sprinkles really. And then you just take a ball of dough like this. Do you want to use that one, Polly? And Cash, I'm going to give you one, but you can basically just pull the dough and roll it into a ball. And now Polly's going to push it into her sprinkles. You can either roll it or push it. And remember, we're going to flatten it down like
I'm
this
rolling
too.
it.
You can flatten it like this into the sprinkles. Flatten like that, flatten like that. And you can put sprinkles on both sides or on one side, whatever you think. And then
Or
put
you
it on
can
your
put
tray.
it all around.
Yeah. This recipe makes a lot of cookies. Probably 40.
And it will look like this when it's done.
So when we bake them, we're going to bake them for only about 9 or 10 minutes at 375. This recipe is on my website, which we'll link to below, bitesizedkitchenhalifax.com. And so you can link to it there and find it on my blog under Rainbow Easter Cookies. So now I'm going to put the trays in the oven. This recipe makes 3 full trays. Like I said, about 40 cookies of varying sizes, as you can see. And that's okay, because that's okay. That's just what kids do, and they're all going to be super delicious. Like I said, 9 or 10 minutes at 375. I'm going to put them in now. So 2 trays at a time. There we go. Now we'll wait 9 or 10 minutes, and then we'll eat some when they're cool. Okay, I think the cookies are done. Let's get them out. Yeah, so you see how they spread a fair bit. So you want to make sure that there's not too many on each tray. I'm going to put the other one in. If your cookies end up touching when they come out of the oven, that's okay. You can just cut them apart with your spatula. So in a couple minutes, I'll put these on a cooling rack to cool, and then after they've cooled for a few minutes, we'll get the kids to come and eat them. So the cookies have cooled, and now it's time to try them.
They're really good.
Yeah, they're good.
This is what they look.
Okay, so they have sprinkles. Yeah.
I'm Claire Gallant from Bite Size Kitchen, and I hope you enjoyed making these sprinkle cookies with me, Polly, Cash, and Ida today. And most importantly, I hope you enjoyed eating them.